What up, peeps? It's time for the Tony Baker movie review. And this time, we're reviewing Kingsman, The Golden Circle. It's the sequel to, The Kingsman. It's the sequel to Kingsman, The Secret Service that came out in 2014, man. Which is a surprise, because I wasn't familiar with the comic book. So I was just like, oh, this looks like a cool action movie. I'm an action head. That's my genre of choice. I was like, oh, the first one had Sam Jackson in there. I was like, okay then, you know what I'm saying? I was all for it. You know what I'm saying? What's his name? Mark Strong was in there. Mark Strong was in mad movies lately. I like the way he talks. The first Kingsman was such a surprise. It was just like, oh man, it was crazy. There's one action scene in the first Kingsman that's one of the best action scenes. It's probably in my all-time action scenes when they just go in there and just wild out on a church full of bigots. It was rated R, which I appreciate my action to be. I like rated R action. You don't have to tiptoe, you don't have to walk on eggshells, you can get murdered up, blood, murder, mayhem, you can get stabbed through the neck, whatever. I'm not messed up, I just enjoy the unrestricted violence. Y'all not gonna judge me out here. Pleasant surprise, it was funny, it was British. I like British humor, I don't know what it is. It's just something about pubs, beer, random dinner work. So I really enjoyed the first one. When the second one came pretty quickly, I was like, oh, they ain't messing around. I'm mad at the trailers for this one because I feel like they're showing too much. They showed that Colin Firth is in the sequel. I felt like they gave it away because we thought he was dead from the first one. Like, save it for when we get there. You ruined it. I could be like, oh snap, he's back. But instead, I was watching the trailer at my laptop like, oh snap, he's back. Like, the reaction is not gonna be as big at home when I'm looking at the laptop. But in the theater, I'll be like, oh, snap. He's back, y'all. Y'all feeling it? Shut up, man. Hey, man, you ain't gonna be yelling at me like that. I was excited that he was back. I didn't know they were gonna do that. I don't like your attitude, sir. How you doing? You good? I'm just excited that he was back. I enjoyed his character. But I was happy he was back because I really liked his character. They added in some stars in the mix, you know. Whenever you do a sequel, you gotta get more stars. You gotta go over the top. Whatever worked the first time, we gotta do it again times 10. These are the do it again times 10 hands right here. Whatever we did, remember that scene? We gotta top that. And so they added in Halle Berry, Channing Tatum, Jeff Bridges, Elton John, Sir Elton John. Julianne Moore is the villain. Now, Sam Jackson was the villain in the first one. A weird, eccentric villain, which I think was a play on Russell Simmons, and it kind of worked. I'm not into the super intelligent villains, I'm gonna be honest, man. You gotta be able to fight. If it's an action movie, you're going against the action cat, but you up there outthinking them, like, but can they fight, though? If you're charismatic enough, I'll let the lack of fighting skills pass. And if you got a main henchman that can protect the main villain, which in the first one, that girl with the little scissor legs or whatever. But Sam Jackson, he couldn't fight. So I was like, damn it. So we got another villain that can't fight in Julianne Moore, who's a drug dealer who has her own island, which is very James Bond-like. You know, the epic own island. You know how expensive it is to own your own island? Now, that's a lot of money, man. Like, yeah, come to my island, I'll tell you. I'll say this. If y'all are familiar with my Travis Santiago character, he's always trying to get the access codes to the water supply. They mention the access codes in this movie a bunch of times. I'm like, oh, the access codes. If you're gonna be a villain, you gotta have the access codes. Remember how the first one left off? You know, Colin Firth got killed. They saved the day. Rich people's heads exploded. It was crazy. I remember Eggsy hooking up with the little princess girl. You know, they hooked up, smashed, or whatever. Second one, cut to, they still together. You know, they boyfriend and girlfriend in the sequel. I was like, oh snap. Honestly, I forgot about her. Like, she didn't make an impression in the first one. But I was like, oh, that's who that is, you know. So now Eggsy, you know, he's taking the Colin Firth place as a, you know, Secret Service agent. But I would say it was probably about a couple years later. And then they get to the action right away. Action scene right out the gate. And then Julianne Moore goes through with her plan. So she pretty much wipes out the Kingsman bases and all that. So now they have to join forces with the American version of the Kingsman, which is called The Statesman. Because then it's set in Kentucky. That's when these cowboys come in, you know. So it's the cowboy version of the Kingsman. So that's where Channing Tatum comes in. and the guy from Narcos. I forget his name, but I heard he was on Game of Thrones too, but I'm still on season 1. Y'all not gonna judge me out here. Y'all not gonna force me to watch Game of Thrones. We get it, it's a good show. I'm gonna watch it when I get around to it. So they link up with the country version of the Kingsman with the Statesman. And that's where Jeff Bridges come in, Channing Tatum, whole squad. It's cool just to see a different dynamic on that front. And then they go through with the mission to thwart Julianne Moore. Her take on the villain was she's a weird, but murderous villain, of course. And it was cute, but I was just like, yeah. All right. You need some level of dread and mystery as a villain for me to be like, ooh, that's a good villain. You can be funny, but still have an element of something. I just didn't fear her like I wanted to. So with that being said, I'm going into Kingsman 2 with a little more expectation than I did the first time. First time, I knew nothing of the source material. I just went in, pleasant surprise. That action scene blew me away, and I was like, yes, great time at the movie theater. Now I'm expecting, can they top that action scene? Expectations ruin movies. That's why I'm gonna probably stop watching trailers. Had I not watched the trailer, I wouldn't have known he was coming back, and I would have been like, oh snap, and that would have pumped it up. Maybe even a letter grade, or a saxophone. The movie was entertaining, the action was still dope, music was crazy, so it was never boring, and I went late, so I get drowsy, I'll be up in there, slap myself. I did doze off a little bit. I missed like one action scene. It was late. I went to the 10:45 show. A lot of y'all not even awake at 10:45. I was going in at 10:45. Then they closed the concession stand, so I couldn't get the popcorn to keep me up. The chewing would have kept me up. I went out there. As long as the movies are running, y'all need to have the popcorn machine going. What are my takeaways for Kingsman and the Golden Circle? 1, stop revealing resurrected characters in the trailer. And 2, don't make the villain too silly. Just gotta find that fine line. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the Joker. All right? Let's get villainous. All right? But how was the movie, Tone? Was it better than the first one? That remains to be seen. Let's go to the smooth jazz portion. Oh, yeah. I give Kingsman the Golden Circle 3 out of 5 saxophones. Yeah. Go ahead and play that saxophone while you look at fancy gentlemen in suits. All right, peeps, thanks for watching my review of Kingsman Golden Circle, man. Let me know what you thought of the Kingsman in the comments section below. Don't forget to share and subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And if you like Kingsman, and you like the first one, second one, I would recommend another movie by the director, Matthew Vaughn. X-Men First Class, maybe check that out, man, and then you can get a taste of what the director has going, because Layer Cake was kind of different. Maybe you can watch Layer Cake too, another joint from Matthew Vaughn. I don't know, that's neither here nor there, but holler at me in the comment section below, man. Thanks for watching, man. We out here.